Western Star Resources, the next gold and silver play. We are a new and an upcoming junior with once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get in at the ground level.
Welcome to NAI 500's CEO interview series, where we interview the CEOs of the most exciting small-cap stocks in the market today.
Today we are interviewing Western Star Resources, a private mining exploration company that is in the process of publicly listing on the Canadian Securities Exchange. With us today is Ming Chang, CEO of the company, Anthony Chan, CFO, and Tony Lashaibo, Director and Mining Engineer. Some highlights of this interview. The company has completed its initial exploration program as required by the CSC policy for listing. In its initial program, Western Star sampled and assayed over 50 rock samples. Over 20 samples assayed with greater than 10 grams per ton of silver, and of those 20 samples, 6 had over 100 grams per ton of silver. The company has also received its NI 43-101 report as prepared by an independent qualified geologist under the NI 43-101 compliance policy.
Please like our video and subscribe to our channel to help us get more cutting-edge stock coverage to the market. Hi, everybody. Good to see you.
Hi.
Hello, Philip.
So tell our viewers about Western Star Resources and why they should pay attention to what you are doing in BC.
Western Star Resources Inc. is a mineral exploration company focused on the acquisition, exploration, and development of gold and silver property. The company is based locally in Vancouver, BC, and holds 100% ownership of approximately 2,800 acres of 9 mining claims located in the Revelstoke Area of BC, Canada. Our company has complete initial exploration program as required by CSE policy and have received NI 43-101 report as prepared by an independent qualified QP. Our emphasis is on promoting local property in BC, as our province have huge amount of potential to be utilized and explored in natural resources. The safety and efficacy of our local operating team is also guaranteed by eliminating cross-border issues.
So what attracted you to the 9 mining claims located in the Revelstoke area of BC?
What attracted our group, Philip, to the Revelstoke area is this history of mining that dates back to the 1890s and the gold rush that ran along the Columbia River north of Revelstoke during that era. The 9 claims sit in a region of geology known as a Kootenay Arc property. The width of the arc ranges between 10 to 50 kilometers wide and extends over a length of 400 kilometers, which is run south of the US border up to 50 kilometers and up to 100 kilometers north of Revelstoke. Not only is this the historic mining area that attracted us, but the infrastructures that surrounds this area. Highway 5 is north of the claim, which is a major highway that runs from Kamloops, British Columbia to Edmonton, Alberta. Access to people and goods is readily available and it's with very little costs, which means no flying in crews, and we can drive right up to the claim and do all the work. Also, as an added advantage, we are located next to a major power grid, which is part of the power generation of the Revelstoke Dam. If this project were to go into project in the future, neighboring cities like Revelstoke, Golden, and even Counts would supply us with labor force and accommodation, which would reduce our operating costs.
So your initial samples on the claims return grades of between 0.2 and 2.5 ounces per ton of gold, 200 to 500 ounces per ton of silver. Does your team think that these type of grades are typical on your project?
Yeah, these ranges are typical for this type of a deposit. Just to reiterate from an old report that it ranges between 0.2 and 2.5 ounces per ton gold, 200 to 500 ounces per ton silver. Now, these were confirmed again in our latest sampling program, and with these combined metals, the contents range between 10 to 30%. As for the geology of this area, the mineralized zone has been traced for 6.2 kilometers on the property and our intensely deformed stratiform deposit consisting of siderite, quartzite mineralization with pyrite, galena, sphalerite, typically localized along a steeply dipping limestone chloride schist contact. The next step is to commence a larger sampling program and focus on areas of influence, including a geophysics, and geochem program, followed by a drilling program to start delineating the geological resources.
Great. So the success of mining companies are largely due to the team behind it. Can you give us an idea about who is running Western Star Resource?
Yes, I agree with your statement, Philip. I would like to introduce our management team and board member who I believe will bring Western Star Resources to the next level of success. Let me introduce Western Star Resources Inc.'s team member. My name is Ming Chang, a CEO and director of this company. I have over 25 years of management experience in the financial industry and capital market, merger and acquisition, debt financing, initial public offering IPOs, and capital pool company. Recently, one of our capital pool company will complete a 42 million video commerce transaction. Mr. Tony Chan is a Western Star CFO and director who has over 20 years of experience in accounting and audit as a chartered professional accountant, CPA, CA. Mr. Chan is also a principal of Canadian public accounting practice firm in Vancouver, BC, which is a CPAP registrant. During the last 15 years of his public accounting practice, Mr. Chan have worked with over 15 companies in the mining sector. Mr. Tony Rochelle is a professional mining engineer and one of the board members of Western Star. Mr. Rochelle have over 25 years of practical experience in both mining operation and consulting, specialized in mine design and board resource and reserve evaluations and economic analysis. Tony have worked on major projects in Canada, USA, China, Russia, Romania, Central and South America, and has held senior and management positions with several mining companies. Tony's primary objective is to add value of the client's project and provide practical solutions by using tools from his operational background.
So tell us about your next financing.
We are currently doing a private placement financing to raise up to $500,000 at 10 cents per unit. Each unit consists of one common share and one warrant at an exercise price of 20 cents per share, expiring in 2 years from the date of issuance. We are in the process of filing a non-offering prospectus to be listed on Canadian Securities Exchange, or CSE, as a publicly traded company, and we're looking to complete the listing around end of July of this year.
Can you give our viewers an idea of the use of proceeds for this financing?
With $500,000 raised, we will allocate about $140,000 towards the next exploration program on our Revelstoke properties in BC. In this next phase of exploration program is to do further sampling work and to identify drilling targets on our BC properties. Now, once the drilling targets have been identified, we can then allocate approximately $200,000 towards the drilling program on those targets identified. Meanwhile, the company will also look for other potential properties in different mining-friendly jurisdictions, such as Mexico. We will allocate around $50,000 to secure those properties in these foreign jurisdictions through option agreement with other companies. Other than the exploration activities, approximately $60,000 is allocated for administration expenses running a publicly listed company on CSE, and we will have about $50,000 as unallocated working capital for contingency.
What type of marketing activities are you planning after your listing to ensure visibility with new investors?
After our public listing, Western Star will continue to search for other acquisitions, target our new exploration and development opportunities, and we will keep our exposure in the news release, profiling article with the newsletter writer, and working with the company like NAI Interactive, who have unique platform that we can connect to potential new investor. And lastly, but not least, we would like to ensure our exposure include that new generation of young investors through interview with YouTuber and other social media. This will ensure a new breed of young investor as our strong financial support globally.
Great. Thank you very much, Ming, Anthony, and Tony, for this interview. We're very glad to have you featured on NAI Interactive's CEO interview series, and we're looking forward to hearing more about you guys in the future.
Thank you, Philip.
Thank you. Thank you, Philip.
Please like our video and subscribe to our channel to help us get more cutting-edge stock coverage to the market.